welcome back to Ding, the perfect playlist with Pete and Farah. We are compiling the perfect playlist, and by that we mean we are presenting guests with various scenarios in life, and they are telling us the perfect song that should accompany those moments.
And if you like the songs that they pick, well, you can find the perfect playlist on Spotify. You'll never need another playlist again. All the perfect songs for every moment, they're all there. All you need to do is search for Ding, the perfect playlist.
Yes, we've really enjoyed doing this little spin-off series, but if this is your first experience of Ding, congratulations and welcome. But do go back and check out our first and second seasons, where every episode we write an original song from scratch, and you get to hear the whole process. So go check that out.
You can find all of this exciting stuff on our social media. Just look for @Dingfloob, DINGFLOOB. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We've got a YouTube channel that you can find us on. Come and have a look.
Now, on to our guest this week. It's, as you can probably tell, if you're watching this, it's a little festive special. So we thought we would give you a Christmas gift of our own. Lots of you have been asking for this. We're all very excited about this. He's the bee's knees on keys. We've missed him a lot. And he is back to reclaim Music Corner. Please welcome Ehsaan Shivarani!
He's back!
Hello, everybody! Pete, Farah!
Hi.
This is an early Christmas present, isn't it?
You can tell it's Christmas by Farah's decor, which I have to say, very good.
Tree. Look, it's got a little bit of dusting of snow. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, whether it just actually looks like it's sparse. But there is snow on this tree. That tells you that it's Christmas.
For anyone who's just listening, it's not a full Christmas tree. It is a tree about the size of your hand, just positioned next to Farah's face.
Because it's really close to the camera, it's really difficult to know how big it is. It might
No,
be
guys,
like
this is a full-on
really
fir tree,
close.
and it's just a really big tree, and we've actually got a huge living room, and that full-size tree is about 3 meters away behind me.
I did bring something, if I just bring this up here.
It's Angel Pete!
Yet another episode where someone brings something along to embarrass me.
Just to anyone who is listening, we need to describe this this amazing item that Ehsaan has brought on screen.
So a few years ago, Farah said she needed something. She didn't have anything for the top of her Christmas tree. I jokingly said, oh, you should have like an angel of like me on the top. She was like, fine, if you make it, I will put it on top of my tree for the whole of Christmas. So I gathered, it's like a white plastic cup with then like a half-used toilet roll so that it's the right width for the body, some cardboard wings, and then my face using a Snapchat filter to make me look angelic.
Is this sort of,
on the top.
It looks lovely.
I can't believe it still exists. I can't believe it's survived.
Guys, it's so good to be back. I've missed you so much, but you've been doing a fantastic job with the perfect playlists. They've been amazing, and I feel absolutely honoured to be invited on. As a member of the public, I feel honoured to be invited on. As a member of Ding, I feel a bit like, are we running out of guests? We're now inviting the members of Ding onto Ding.
Next week, really, we're just going to rotate it for the next 3 weeks. Have you approved of the guests' choices who've taken up your seat in Music Corner?
Oh, yeah, I love them. I mean, Queens of the Stone Age from, was it Joe Bellum? That comes to me as an immediate, whoa, out there. This isn't just some sort of weird, top 50s playlist. We're getting some niche stuff on there.
They had some quite wide variety going on, which I really enjoyed. Like Ali last week, from Cher to some like actual hardcore rap.
It was great.
And Julian's playlist is like feel good all the way. It's classic Julian.
Yeah, it's very, very good. And
Ellie picking all the songs that we couldn't get past the copyright lawyers to include in the episode.
Oh, Christina, yes. Oh, that was great.
No, she did. She picked some great choices.
Yeah, it's been great.
Choices.
I've loved it. I listened to it as well. I genuinely
that's
to the
good.
playlist.
Thank you. Can you explain yourself to some of our listeners into where have you been?
Where have I been? Oh, gosh, yeah. So I'm currently studying a master's degree this year, and it has been very, wonderful but very intense, very busy. It's in musical theatre, which has been lovely. It's the same course that Pete actually did a few years back in the same place. So I'm following in his footsteps.
You've never made me feel so old.
Following
in his footsteps.
So no, I'm looking forward to a lovely chilled Christmas.
So we've chosen some scenarios for you, Ehsaan, that are very much themed around the time of year, as in they are all Christmas scenarios.
We should mention that even though Ehsaan is a member of the Ding team, he didn't receive any special treatment. He also only had 24 hours to pick his choices.
Them the rules.
Them's the
and
rules.
we don't know what he's chosen yet. It's a surprise.
We don't know.
Now we can really decide whether he is, actually worth having in Music Corner.
Yes, I thought this would come up, but I was very stressed about all
we
of
might
these
be like,
Tune
what?
in for season 3 with Joe Bellum.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to be subbed in for someone else.
But before we do give the first scenario, now is the time to grab your paper and pen and play along, because this is an interactive podcast now. You can play along. When we say the scenarios, you can decide for yourselves which songs you would put there.
Yeah, if you let us know and we like your choices, we may give you a little cheeky shout out on social media as well.
I really want to see what everybody is listening to. Do you guys have followers on Spotify? Do you follow people? I used to follow for years, just 5 people. And the other day I got bold and just decided to follow all Facebook friends. And now I see what all of my friends are listening to every second.
Oh my God.
Constantly dating. And I'm loving it.
I didn't realise you were watching what I listened to.
I'm constantly stalking. I'm not much of a Facebook stalker, but Spotify.
Spotify stalker.
I only follow you, actually, Ehsaan. You're the only person I follow on Spotify.
Oh,
Sorry, Pete.
Right, first scenario. Follow Ding.
I followed. Okay, this is getting awkward. No,
and you too can follow Ding. Just search for Ding. Farah, do you want to introduce the first Christmas scenario?
I can't wait. Okay. I don't even know what order these are going to come in.
That's the fun.
Christmas lucky dip. Okay, let me remember what one moment, please. Okay, so the song we're looking for first is to suit the scenario where someone in your family suggests doing something new for Christmas.
I wonder how common this is for people, because Christmas is a good time for everyone to be a bit traditional, right? They stick to their guns with Christmas, I think, and my family do that to the utmost. So I could never imagine this scenario ever happening to me. And so I thought if it ever did, that they were just getting way too, basically big for their boots. And so I chose Stormzy, Big for Your Boots. That's my song. My family have a way of doing things, and we love that it's the same every year, and I don't want it to change. I'm all for change in the other 11 months of the year, but Christmas is for traditionalism.
Christmas does not allow for growth.
Christmas does not allow for growth. And so if my family suggested anything different, I would have been like, sit down and listen to this song.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? I come from a completely mixed race household. None of my family are British at all, and so we do things a little differently anyway. But it's always the same each year.
But that's the thing, right? It doesn't matter what your Christmas is. It's more like
it's yours.
Once you choose what it is, you better have chosen wisely from day one, because it's never changing.
Because we'll grow very, very attached. Farah, what's that Christmas show we've been watching on Netflix? I highly recommend everyone watch it. It's so fun. It's got a really rubbish name.
It's really longly named. That's not memorable. The home-changing Christmas holiday home makeover.
That's the one.
Holiday makeover of the house with Mr. Christmas.
Yeah, it's some super cheesy American show. Yeah, it's this guy who's just named himself Mr. Christmas, and he's like an interior designer. You know Bobby from Queer Eye, where he goes in every week and he changes everyone's houses. He does that. This guy,
except it's Christmas only.
But only in December.
Yes, he comes along and he's like, "What you need is a few more pine cones and some fake snow," and then he redoes the whole house.
It's amazing.
What do you think he would say about our setups?
I think he
definitely needs more.
He wouldn't even know what to do. Yeah.
But this is why you guys make this podcast, right? Because he'd suggest changes to me, and then I just play this song, and I'd say, "Don't tell me what to do."
Christmas isn't Christmas unless there's Pete's face on a loo roll and a sparsely decorated small tree. That's what Christmas is, Mr. Christmas.
isn't Christmas without the perfect playlist light switches.
I love that those make it in every week. Every week it's a bare wall with 2 light switches.
2 light switches.
It's wonderful. I love the asymmetry of the shot.
They're the real stars. They're the real stars of this podcast.
If someone in your family did suggest a change and they said, hey, Ehsaan, I was thinking this year it might be nice for us all to dress up as Christmas elves this year for Christmas. Would you say, no, I'm not doing that and play Stormzy in their face? Or would you sort of play Stormzy in their face but then still go along with it because...
Yeah, I think you know me. I think you know that I'm the latter, and I would probably pull a strop at first and be like, what? Christmas has changed! And I'd play the song angrily and be like, you can't change Christmas. And then after half an hour, I'd realise this is quite a cool idea. And
be
like,
actually, I've always wanted to dress up as an elf.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
I hope that doesn't negate my answer. The public, the audience still love me. I'm true to my words.
I don't think you're really behind your choice here. You're not 100% behind your choice.
Well, do you know what? I've kind of found that musical theatre songs worked super well in every scenario.
It's almost like musical theatre songs are written to suit certain situations.
Almost like they're written to tell a story. Wow.
I brought it up because I've actually managed to find a song from Hamilton that suits every single situation that you've presented to me. And I brought it up as Hamilton honourable mentions. So they're definitely my second choices.
Are you doing a spin-off of the spin-off? Okay, then. What is your Hamilton choice for this scenario, then?
Take a break. All right, because it's of the same vibe. I'm sort of like, look, guys, this whole Christmas thing is clearly going to your heads. Everybody sit down, have a breather, have a little glass of wine, and then think about, is that really what you want?
Yeah.
Take a break.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes my feet.
As people might be able to imagine as well, my Hong Kong mother and my Iranian father, this is not the usual sort of thing they listen to anyway. So I think this is the sort of thing that would make them really stop in their tracks.
That would really send a message, wouldn't it?
There is a bit of a festive feel with this as well, with the artwork, because it's from his Gang Signs and Prayer album, where he is essentially Jesus at the Last Supper.
Yeah.
So, perfect. Christmas
Exactly.
all the way. Cool. Our second scenario is one that we all always hope for in December, but I don't know why we haven't learnt our lesson because, climate change is real. Which the scenario is the song that plays when it actually snows.
Ah.
Now,
I hope it snows.
cast your mind back to the last time it snowed in December.
When was the last time it snowed, guys?
I don't
remember. I love snow. Who doesn't love snow? But it's so unifying, and I miss the off-school days, and I love it because everybody just gets a chance to just forget about all their troubles and just be a big kid, basically. So I've gone for a genre very close to my heart, pop punk rock, and I've chosen Blink-182's What's My Age Again.
Aww.
Because everybody can just play in the snow. Right?
I was relying on you, Ehsaan, to get them into the playlist.
Of course, it came straight to my head when I saw this.
You see, my school was always that school who were like, no, like the snow is up to the windows. You're still coming in.
Yeah.
We don't care. We're not closing.
We were allowed to wear different shoes so normally very strict black school shoes. But when it snowed, it was like, well, I'm sorry, I'd fall over if I didn't wear my bright purple snow boots.
Did anyone come in snowshoes?
Yeah, I did. I wore my purple and blue snow boots to school.
No, I meant what are the things that people, like the huge things that people wear, like to hike across the snow?
What crampons? No, it wasn't a glacier. It was still the same town.
I'm just wondering.
It was just British snow levels, Ehsaan. We didn't move country. We didn't break away and float across the sea. Some days we were late from falling into a crevasse. I don't know. One year there was really heavy snowfall and we made, it was a religious studies class. I remember that the teacher decided, today for religious studies, we're going to go out and make a giant snow Buddha.
That's so cool.
That's actually quite cool. I'm a bit
really-
like, is that learning? But you know what? You're probably learning.
It was amazing. It was so much fun. And we were all like excited to learn about Buddhism properly after that because we were like, yeah,
Nice.
cool, we've made a snow Buddha.
Did your school say that you can't throw snowballs at each other?
Our school did allow snowball fights, but it was in one very small part of the school. So there was one little football pitch that was like away from all of the buildings. And they were like, right, you can throw snowballs in that one area because you won't break anything.
When no one will see you.
The no man zone.
So you just have like 800 kids descending on this one football pitch. It was anarchy. Also, unless you were there in the first 30 seconds, it just like there'd be no snow.
You didn't go to school on a glacier then?
No, I didn't. We had a limited supply.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Over to the spin-off of the spin-off. What is your Hamilton choice for this scenario?
It's got to be My Shot, man. And it's a very different vibe. It's a very different vibe because What's My Age Again is very much like, snow, we're all having fun. But My Shot is when people get into war mode for the snowball fights. And you've got two groups of people against each other, shooting balls at each other.
Wow.
So My Shot.
Oh, dear.
What were your, like, snow people of choice to build?
I just went for the classic, spherical man.
And to be honest, Pete, you can't change it because, as we know, December is not the time of year to start changing things.
So, Farah, I assume since the age of about 13, you've been building snow
I've
Buddhas.
only been able to build snow Buddhas. Well, in December, yes. But if it snows in February, that's when I can get creative. The next...
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I just totally interrupted you, but Pete leant back and I just saw his shirt for the first time. I haven't been able to see it. Man! It's Coca-Cola. All right, I'm less impressed now. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Pete, what you need to do is hold it in just slightly lower so that the head of Santa is cut off, but your head is his head. It would be perfect. Like, you just fold it. Because you almost had that. You almost had that then.
I'm just going to move my mic for a second.
Yeah, fold it down slightly, right on the shoulders.
This is what I've always wanted to see.
Yeah. Now you can do the little dance again. Yeah, there we go.
I don't usually think adverts speak to me, but if a Coke truck drove around London
With
and there was a
Pete's head
giant
on.
Pete's head on top of the Coke truck.
I know what decoration we're making next year.
Make it happen, Sadiq. The people have spoken.
So the next scenario is a slightly awkward one. When you open a present on Christmas Day, and you look inside, and it is really not something that you wanted.
To be honest, it's not tough now.
What, as an adult?
As a grown adult, I feel like I've learnt...
Mastered lying.
I've mastered my lying face. I learnt with patience to just take a breath in.
Oh, this is the Ehsaan Shivarani guide to getting a bad present.
Okay, everyone.
Ready?
Do it.
Yes, sir.
We'll do it with you.
In, and you go, there's always next year.
There's
always
always
another
next
present.
Do you say that out loud?
No, you don't
The
say
person
that
gives
to
it
the
to you,
person.
and then you go, there's always next
No,
year.
because that's exceptionally passive-aggressive. You smile and say thank you. I can't believe I'm teaching you this, Farah. I'm very worried about what I've got you this year now.
Look them in the eyes and say there's always
There's always next year. I think this one needs a song that's about, frustration and, trying to learn patience. And so I actually did go for a Hamilton song this time, and it's Wait For It. This whole build-up bit, and then there's a bit where he says, wait for it, and then there's silence, and then everything comes in, and it's like, wait for it, wait. I am the one thing in life I can control. And it's like, just don't
take it out on them. Yeah.
Don't lose your head. Just come on. Yeah.
I like that choice.
That's a very,
I
very
love
good
that
choice.
Our first bit of musical theatre on the playlist as well.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
It's been talked about. It's been teased. A song doesn't spring to mind for me. Instead, it's that like viral video clip of the little kid opening a gift, and he's like, "An avocado, thanks," and just puts it to one side. I'll send it to the two of you. It's so
I was going to
nice.
say, I don't think I know this.
I've
video.
seen this.
perfect.
Yeah,
It's just,
so good.
it's like a perfect, like disappointed but keeping face reaction, but from like a 4-year-old kid.
This is him opening the present. Oh my gosh. It's a Satsuma.
And I feel like all the
Don't
ensemble
cry.
singers are your other family members who know that it's the last
Yeah.
thing you wanted. And they're just
Yeah.
like,
And they're
no,
all going,
Ehsaan, wait for it. Your nan tried really hard to get you this.
Yeah, just don't say anything. Yeah.
Wait for
To be
it.
honest, maybe fewer kids would have Christmas tantrums if all of their family members just did choreo whenever they got whenever they didn't get the presents they wanted.
Just distract them with an amazing musical number.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the next scenario, we've had Christmas morning. We've now moved through the gigantic meal, and you're now in the afternoon or in the evening, depending on when you eat, and you are just struggling to stay awake Christmas afternoon.
Oh, man. This is a little weird, this choice, but I'll explain. So, I picked Versace on the Floor by Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't understand why yet. But it's a very, very slow, relaxed, sort of like love ballad. And to me, I'm imagining that point where you just go, you just go to the sofa, or you go to your bedroom or something, and then you're just like, I can't fit into my trousers anymore. I'm taking my trousers off, and the trousers fall to the floor, and you're like, oh, belly can come out. I am free, and it's just me and this sofa.
First of all, I was like, okay, so he's gonna rip all of his clothes off after he eats his meal. So my family and I have had a lovely meal, and now we all just get naked and just fall asleep together.
Look, I prefaced it by saying it was a weird choice.
You, sir, need an elasticated waist.
There's a specific moment in the song where it's all like really chilled piano at the start, and then there's a point where it goes Versace snare, and it's like when the person in the song falls into the bed, right? But this is the moment where your button just bursts open,
and is your belly hitting the floor.
Yes. And it's nothing but absolute bliss, because you know deep down that you've overindulged yourself, and you know you didn't need to eat that much, but it's overindulgence to the point of absolute bliss, and that's what Versace is. And that's why I picked that song.
I do want to fall asleep, but that's purely just so that I don't have to be awake experiencing the feeling that I've just inflicted upon myself.
I think
you don't want to end up in that limbo where you just feel uncomfortable and you're not asleep.
I've overeaten, there's nothing else to do but to pass out until it's over.
What is your Hamilton choice for this one?
So I went for a slightly different feeling as well, because sometimes this wonderful overindulgent feeling of fullness can turn into slight pain and discomfort, and you've gone, I've really overdone it this time. Right? So I picked Stay Alive from Hamilton. just the clock's ticking down, extreme. And you just need to collapse onto bed before you die.
Come on, you can get through this before. Just stay still, don't move too much.
Exactly. Just go with it. Belly's out. It's just ultimate chill.
Yeah, I'm imagining that.
It's weird. I'm glad you guys understood it, because I know that when I first said Versace on the Floor, you were like, that's weird.
Interesting. Great. Never rejected a choice before, but
just everyone's weird traditions. And I like to stuff myself with food, get naked in front of my family on the sofa, and then listen to Bruno Mars.
Merry Christmas.
One and all. Okay, so the final scenario we have to put for you is relevant for after Christmas, actually. So what is the best song to represent when people keep playing Christmas music after Christmas?
I'm like relatively calm as a person. Relatively calm. I'm quite nice. But sometimes I just like get really annoyed at stuff, like for no reason. First time I ever drove into Switzerland, it was really cloudy and I didn't like it. And I was like, God, Switzerland sucks. And I just like formed this huge opinion. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, it's lovely. I'm never against people doing Christmas stuff too early. You know, especially this year. It's like, it's been a tough year. You want to get your Christmas stuff out in November? Go for it. I'm all for that. But when January comes around, let it go. Just chill and just stop. But I get really angry when people start playing Christmas songs in January. I think it's quite disrespectful to January, actually. There's a lot of great holidays in January that people
constantly living in the shadow of December. Yeah.
There's all these great holidays in January.
New Year's Day.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day is one. Chinese New Year is often in January. J.R.R. Tolkien Day is in January. National Hug Day is in January. National Spaghetti Day. Make Your Dreams Come True Day. You see, January is Draw a Dinosaur Day. Oh my gosh.
Draw a Dinosaur Day.
You see, January's great. So I actually picked a quite angry song. It's called, I don't think it's very well known. It's very rocky. It's called Sabotage. And it's originally by the Beastie Boys, but the version I'm thinking of is even heavier. It's by a band called Cancer Bats. There's some Christmas cheer if you've ever heard it.
Wow. For a second, I thought you were going to go for Let It Go.
But yeah, from Frozen, I thought you were as well.
You know, I thought that might have been slightly better, but I'm sticking to my choice.
Doesn't quite have the anger in there.
Anyone who knows me knows that I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is very you.
Listen to the anger in this man's voice. Didn't think you were going to get something like that on the playlist, did you?
Not in the Christmas special.
I think people, especially in the UK, love a bit of heavy metal at Christmas. Rage Against the Machine got to number one a few years ago for Christmas number one. People love a good bit of sarcastic metal at Christmas to bring the cheer. My Hamilton choice is way less offensive on the ears.
Okay.
But it's One Last Time from Hamilton. That's the one I went for.
I like that. It's almost like you're saying, fine, you can play it.
That's when the anger subsides. And I'm like, you know what? You're just having a tough January and you just missed December when everything made a bit more sense. You can play the song.
Oh, that's lovely. But Cancer Bats is what will go on the playlist. Them's the rules. Do either of you have a favourite Christmas song?
To be honest, I like Christmas music as an ensemble. Like, I don't really like to hear one like if you're going to play one Christmas song, don't play any Christmas songs. I need to hear at least 5 before I feel Christmassy. You need to hear Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
I'm not going to put them in my running playlist.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do in December.
I think one of my favourites has got to be Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness. I just think it's a modern classic. Got a choir and everything.
Oh, yeah, but every Christmas song has a choir.
True. You do have to have a school choir that's ever so slightly out of tune. Otherwise, it's not a real Christmas song.
There is actually a bit of choir in the later on in the Cancer Bat song, but it's mostly just 3 guys all screaming. Christmassy. Been so lovely to be back. I've missed
really
it
fun.
a lot.
So nice.
This was a good episode. Lots of laughs. Yeah. Lots of Christmas truths, I'd say.
I would like to provisionally say, with the okay from Pete and Farah, the rest of Ding Season 2 is going to be coming out pretty soon. So stick around, just a few weeks left, and then we'll give you the second half. Lots of great songs on their way. Finished now.
Yeah, keep
really
your eyes
exciting.
peeled for that.
Let us know what you've thought about the perfect playlist. If you have enjoyed it, if you want to maybe see more of it in future, or whether you're like, stick to what you know, it's December, guys. Let us know.
And you can let us know on all of our social media at DingFloob. We would love to hear from you. See what you're doing this December to celebrate the holidays, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Chinese New Year, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, National Hug Day, whatever you're doing.
Or a dinosaur. Yeah, or even if you're just happy to celebrate that it's the end of 2020 and the start of 2021.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Send us your Christmas meal so Ehsaan can eat vicariously through you.
Yep.
I specifically do want to see people's food, not the period after the food where you take your clothes off and
that's
fall
just
on
for
the
you.
sofa. Yeah, that's just for you guys.
Don't send us any pictures.
Don't send us any Christmas nudes.
Some jingling bells, you know. Oh, no.
Do you want to hear a classic Christmas cracker joke to finish on?
Yes.
Oh, please do.
I would like that.
It's very needed.
Okay. How does Christmas Day end?
I don't know, Pete. How does Christmas Day end?
With the letter Y.
Oh, no.
I told you it was bad.